You need to hear this. Step into a world where the skies are clear, the landscape is dominated by ferns and conifers, and there's an apex hunter lurking in the shadows. Let me tell you about Allosaurus, the formidable predator of the late Jurassic period around 150 million years ago, ruling over North America with its powerful jaws and sharp teeth. Imagine standing in a vast Jurassic floodplain, feeling the ground tremble beneath your feet. Suddenly, a bone-chilling roar echoes through the air, sending chills down your spine. That sound. It's not just any animal, it's Allosaurus, one of the top predators during the late Jurassic period, tilde 155-150 million years ago, and its presence commands respect. This thing was an absolute monster. Imagine standing face-to-face with something that could crush bones like we crack nuts. Allosaurus wasn't just big. It was a killing machine during the late Jurassic period around 150 million years ago. Its jaws were lined with serrated teeth that sliced through flesh with ease, perfectly adapted for its role as a top predator in ecosystems where sauropods and ornithopods roamed. And then, and I mean this, everything scientists thought they knew about Jurassic predators was redefined by the mighty Allosaurus. You need to hear what these creatures could do. Allosaurus was indeed an impressive predator, measuring around 30 feet long from nose to tail, comparable in length to many modern buses. This carnivore didn't just sit still, it moved with agility and force. Weighing roughly as much as a mid-sized car, Allosaurus could reach speeds that would outpace most humans, making it an incredibly efficient hunter during the late Jurassic period. Now picture the head big broad, with eyes that looked like they were set on stalks. Those eyes scanned every corner of its world, hunting down prey from miles away. But here's what no one tells you, Allosaurus didn't just rely on sight, it used smell and sound too. Its massive nostrils allowed it to detect the faintest whiff of fear or danger, helping it locate prey in the late Jurassic ecosystem. But wait, there's more. You need to know about those powerful arms. While not as long as some other theropods, they were incredibly strong, with sharp claws that could rip through hide like paper. When Allosaurus attacked, its prey had no chance. Those claws didn't just slash, they dug into flesh and held tight, giving the predator a firm grip on its struggling victim. And then there's the tail, long and muscular, acting as a counterbalance to help it maneuver at high speeds. Imagine encountering this apex predator in its late Jurassic ecosystem, around 150 million years ago. It wasn't just about brute force. Allosaurus was an engineer of terror, using speed and agility to outmaneuver prey. But hold on, that's not even the strangest thing. What if I told you that these predators didn't always hunt alone? Fossil evidence suggests some large theropods might have coordinated attacks in groups, much like modern wolves. Imagine several Allosaurus closing in from different angles during a cooperative hunt. Their serrated teeth and powerful claws would create a formidable threat. You wouldn't stand a chance against such teamwork. Now let's talk about the most terrifying part. Allosaurus didn't just kill, it feasted. Imagine a scene with multiple carcasses and bones scattered everywhere. That's what these creatures left behind, a battlefield of death. And here's something that breaks me, Allosaurus wasn't picky. It ate anything and everything in its path, from herbivores like Stegosaurus to smaller carnivorous dinosaurs. But here's where things get even scarier. You know how we think about Tyrannosaurus rex as the ultimate predator of its time? Well, get this, Allosaurus was doing it all millions of years earlier during the late Jurassic period, around 150 million years ago. And not just one or two individuals. Entire populations thrived for millions of years, dominating their world with their powerful bite and sharp serrated teeth. Can you picture that? An ecosystem ruled by these apex predators. And then there's a twist. Scientists discovered evidence suggesting Allosaurus likely preyed upon large contemporaneous sauropods, those massive herbivores weighing several tons each, such as Apatosaurus or Diplodocus. Imagine a scene where an Allosaurus is taking down something that big. It's like a horror movie come to life. But here's the kicker, these predators didn't just exist in isolation. They were part of a complex ecosystem filled with other terrifying creatures, each finely adapted to their environment. You're talking about a world where every step could be your last, from massive sauropods like Apatosaurus to tank-like ankylosaurs. And let's not forget, these animals lived for millions of years, constantly evolving into even more specialized forms. Allosaurus, with its powerful jaws and serrated teeth, was a dominant predator in the late Jurassic, about 155–145 million years ago, coexisting with other formidable creatures like Stegosaurus and Ceratosaurus, each perfectly adapted to their roles in this dynamic ecosystem. Allosaurus wasn't just a large predator, it was highly adaptive. Fossil evidence suggests Allosaurus was active throughout the year, indicating these creatures hunted consistently without seasonal breaks. They maintained their vigilance and predatory prowess around the clock. And then there's the question that haunts us: what happened to Allosaurus? Why did this dominant predator vanish from the fossil record at the end of the Jurassic period? It's like they disappeared overnight, leaving behind only bones and unanswered questions. Did something new come along to replace them, such as Ceratosaurus or Torvosaurus? Or was it a shift in climate or prey availability that led to their decline? But here's the real gut punch. Imagine walking through a late Jurassic North American landscape, everything seemingly peaceful, when suddenly you realize Allosaurus could be anywhere. That level of constant threat is almost unimaginable. It wasn't just about survival, it was about living in fear. So next time you look at fossils or pictures of Allosaurus, remember this. These weren't just bones and teeth, they were instruments of terror that once roamed a late Jurassic world over 150 million years ago. And there's nothing scarier than that. You need to hear this. Here's the deal: Allosaurus wasn't just a predator, it was an entire ecosystem unto itself. Its presence would have sent ripples through the food chain, altering the behavior of other dinosaurs in ways we're still trying to understand. Think about it, with those massive jaws and serrated teeth, every herbivore knew exactly what kind of threat they were dealing with. Imagine being a Ceratosaurus or another large Jurassic herbivore. Those plates and spikes aren't just for show. They're your last line of defense against something that could literally rip you apart. But even the mighty Stegosaurus wasn't safe from other formidable predators like Ceratosaurus, which roamed the same prehistoric landscapes during the late Jurassic period. And let's talk about agility. Allosaurus was built to chase down prey, not just ambush them. It had long legs with strong tendons, making it an impressive runner through Jurassic North America. Picture this: you're running for your life across a prehistoric floodplain, but suddenly the ground starts shaking. Allosaurus is closing in on you at breakneck speed. But here's where things get even more insane. Recent evidence suggests that Allosaurus might have hunted in packs. Imagine being surrounded by multiple Allosauruses coordinating their attack to take down prey much larger than themselves. It would have been pure chaos and terror for anything standing between those formidable jaws and their next meal, showcasing the sophisticated hunting strategies of this apex Jurassic predator. Now here's the real kicker: how did such a dominant predator just vanish? Did some new predator come along that was even more formidable? Or did something else happen? Climate change could have played a role, altering habitats and reducing prey populations. But there's also the idea of overhunting. Perhaps Allosaurus simply ran out of large herbivores to sustain its population. But here's what nobody tells you. Every time we find new fossils or uncover more evidence about Allosaurus, it's like peeling back another layer on a mystery novel. We're still piecing together the puzzle of why these creatures disappeared so abruptly at the end of the Jurassic period. And that level of uncertainty is just as terrifying as imagining an encounter with one. So get this: when you look at those fossils or pictures of Allosaurus, remember not just what it looked like, but what it was capable of doing to other dinosaurs. As the apex predator during the late Jurassic period, 156–145 million years ago, it dominated ecosystems across North America, preying on contemporaries such as Stegosaurus and Apatosaurus. Its disappearance marks a significant shift in dinosaur dominance and highlights the complex dynamics that shaped Mesozoic ecosystems. And here's the gut punch. Even today, as we study their remains, Allosaurus continues to remind us of our own mortality, that no matter how advanced or dominant we think we are, there's always something out there capable of overwhelming us. And nothing can prepare you for that realization. Imagine standing in the shadow of an Allosaurus, its massive skull looming over you like a dark storm cloud. Those teeth weren't just for show. They were weapons designed to tear apart flesh and bone with brutal efficiency. The sheer force behind each bite could snap through prey bones effortlessly. And let's be honest, nothing should be that terrifying. But here's the kicker. Allosaurus didn't operate alone during its time as an apex predator in the late Jurassic period around 156–150 million years ago. Fossil evidence suggests it hunted in packs, making every encounter exponentially more dangerous. Picture a group of these massive predators converging on prey, coordinating their attacks with deadly precision. It's like watching a pack of wolves, but imagine those wolves are each over 10 feet long and covered in razor-sharp serrated teeth. And then get this, their senses were exceptional. Imagine being able to detect chemical cues over vast distances, hear the subtlest movements of prey through dense vegetation, and possess visual acuity far beyond our own capabilities. Allosaurus wasn't just a hunter. It was an apex predator finely tuned for survival in ways that still captivate scientists today. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. Recent studies hint at something even more extraordinary. Some experts now think Allosaurus might have had feathers or some form of proto-feathers, much like many other theropod dinosaurs. Picture those massive, menacing jaws covered in a downy layer, absurd, right? It challenges everything we thought we knew about these beasts and leaves us with more questions than answers. So here's the ultimate takeaway. When you marvel at an Allosaurus fossil or imagine what it might have been like to live alongside one, remember that every bone tells a story of unimaginable power and mystery. And in those stories, there's a reminder that nature has no bounds, no matter how much we think we understand it. And get this, Allosaurus wasn't just any predator. It was the apex hunter of its time, reigning supreme over other dinosaurs like Stegosaurus on the late Jurassic landscape of North America. Imagine a scene where an Allosaurus stalks a Stegosaurus through dense underbrush, its keen eyesight picking up every movement. The moment of attack is brutal. Those powerful jaws clamp down with bone-crushing force onto the Stegosaurus's neck plates, a testament to its status as one of Earth's first great predators. But here's the kicker. Recent research suggests Allosaurus had surprisingly dexterous arms for a predator, despite their relatively short length compared to its massive body. These forelimbs were likely equipped with wickedly sharp claws, which scientists believe weren't used for grappling prey directly, but rather to stab and slash while holding it in place with those terrifying jaws. And then, can you imagine, this creature's bite force was absolutely remarkable. While not the strongest in sheer power compared to later predators like Tyrannosaurus rex, its unique jaw mechanics allowed it to deliver rapid, high-impact bites, tearing through flesh with incredible efficiency. That kind of biting prowess makes Allosaurus one of nature's most terrifying killing machines during the late Jurassic period. But here's what really blows my mind. Some evidence suggests Allosaurus may have been a pack hunter. Picture groups of these apex predators coordinating attacks on prey, using their collective strength and agility to take down even the largest sauropods. This level of strategic hunting is impressive compared to modern predator behavior, showcasing the sophisticated social dynamics of late Jurassic ecosystems. So when you think about it, every time we uncover more about Allosaurus, it just gets weirder and wilder. These creatures weren't just big. They were incredibly adaptable in late Jurassic North America, around 155 to 150 million years ago. And that's why studying them is like peeling back layers of an ancient mystery, one that keeps getting deeper with each new discovery.